All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of the Region 6A Division I girls basketball semifinals between the Model Blue Devils and the Bremen Blue Devils. We're here at Heard County High School in Franklin, Georgia. My name's Nathan Patterson. I'm sitting here with Grayson Atkins. We're doing something a little bit different this time, Grayson. We usually do video, but today we're doing audio only.
At the same time, you really think about it. Sometimes just having audio, getting a little bit of that classic feel out on a live stream. Sometimes it's better to have it that way, getting it the old classic way. And let's go ahead and dive into some of these, into the matchup we have in this girls' game. First, we'll look at the Bremen Lady Devils. Let's take a look at how their regular season went. 16-8, 8-4, good enough for third in the region. And in the region tournament, they would defeat Pepperell 52-31 in the quarterfinal round. And some of the girls that they have on their team, they have two all-region selections, one of them being Marley Daringer, and on the first team, and on the second team, Annabelle Langley. And in the regular season for the region, they lost 4 region games, of course. We mentioned that just a second ago. All of them to Heard County and Model, and we've seen both Heard County and Model play. Those are some really tough draws.
Absolutely.
And then let's take a look at the way that Bremen plays. I wouldn't call them necessarily sneaky, but the way they play some really tough basketball, they're able to have some really good perimeter shooters. And my key to the game for Bremen is if Bremen wants to pull off the apostrophe you could put on this upset, they're going to have to prevent Model from getting paint touches. We've seen this the past few games. Sonoraville, Heard County, when they would run a 2-3, Model had a lot of trouble getting paint touches. And one of the things on this Model team are the people that can get inside, August Betts, Cam Sanders. But recently what Model's been able to do is they've been able to get the ball in the mid-range, attack these 2-3 zones that Model has, or other teams that run on them, and they've been able to make some open shots and been able to run up the score towards the end of games. And on the other hand, for the Model Lady Devils, 19-5, 11-1, tied for first in the region. Of course, that loss to Heard County at home really hurt them in the power rankings. They could have had the opportunity to host, but Heard County ended up getting the dub, which kind of solidified them. They had 3 honorable mentions: Sasha Wood, Sadie Ron, and August Betts. Second team was Eva Pointer. First team was Javia Samples and Cam Sanders. They'll be able to play a mix. They can hurt you from the outside. They can also really hurt you from the outside. They can really knock down some threes, get going. Sadie Rotten is one of the best shooters that Rome, Georgia has seen over the past few years. And on the inside, I mentioned just a second ago, Cam Sanders, August Betts, Jada Wells that comes off the bench if she gets going, it's going to be really pivotal for Model. And the thing for Model is just play your normal game. You're really going to have to limit those turnovers. Bremen's going to be pesky. They're going to try to run a little bit of zone, maybe get you off your rhythm, throw you some different looks. Be efficient offensively. As I mentioned just a second ago, they had some success running that they had some success against 2-3s, had some success against teams that are trying to prevent paint touches because they able to make some offensive adjustments, get the ball in the mid-range, and able to knock down some easy shots.
Thank you, Grayson. Appreciate it. I'm trying to get everything just kind of dialed in so I can hear pretty good. One thing that I'm going to struggle with tonight is we've got 2 Blue Devils teams. There's a lot of blue sitting around in the stadium today. So I'm so used to saying Lady Devils, I think I'll have to adjust my calling to Bremen and Model tonight. And you're right, as far as we watched them play both at Model and at Bremen. These games could go either way. Looking at the bracket, we've got Bremen and Model girls, and then later on this evening we've got the Heard County and Temple girls. It's a stacked region right now. It's top heavy. So all 4 games today are going to be pretty epic. So thank y'all so much for joining us. We got about 4 minutes 45 seconds before we have the national anthem and then the tip-off. We're going to step away for a second, and we'll be back in about 4.5 minutes. Thank y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of some girls' high school basketball action. The Region 6A-D1 semifinals between the Bremen Lady Blue Devils and the Model Lady Blue Devils. My name is Nathan Patterson. I'm sitting here with Grayson Atkins. Just got the national anthem out of the way, and we're getting ready to do our starting lineups. Looks like the Bremen Lady Devils are the away team, so they'll be going first. They're in their blue jerseys with white numbers and gray trim. The Model Lady Devils, being the number 2 seed, they're in their white jerseys with blue numbers and got a little red going on. That's a throwback to, I can remember when I played back in the late 80s, early 90s. We had some red kind of just accents just like that, kind of a retro look. So I'm going to turn it up. Grayson, you want to take over our starting lineups here for us?
Yes, sir. First, we'll go for the away team. Of course, you mentioned wearing gray trim, blue jerseys, and white numbers. Looks like it'll be number 3, CC Redding, number 4, Annabelle Langley, number 12, Marley Deeringer, number 20, Savannah Langley, and number 35, Shelby Underwood. This Lady Devils team is led by Hunter Williams, and momentarily we'll have the starting lineup for the Model Lady Devils.
It looks like, everyone's sitting on one side. So one side of the bank is covered in blue for both Blue Devil teams. The other side looks like Heard County's kind of filling in.
Yeah, Battle of the Blue Devils, and for Model looks like it'll be the usual starting lineup. Number 1, Cam Sanders. Number 14, Javia Samples. Number 15, Sasha Wood. Number 21, August Betts. And number 23, Eva Pointer. And we're just about underway for the Battle of the Lady Devils.
Yes, sir.
Lady Blue
we got
Devils.
The Lady Blue Devils, both of them, Bremen and Model. The referees are walking out to mid-court. The girls are in their huddles, giving the high fives, giving the go blue. Now they're taking the court. We got 8 minutes on the clock. Looks like number 21, August Betts, is in the circle with number 12, Marley Derringer for the tip. Referees look at each other, holding up the hands. We got a whistle. The ball's in the air. And the Bremen Lady Devils have the tip. Number 3, CC Redding. She's directing traffic, top of the key. Goes over to the left wing side. Javia Samuels almost got a steal. Pass the ball around top of the key over to the left wing side. Number 4, Annabelle Langley. She feeds it to the low post. Looks at the 3, and we got a whistle. It looks like number 4, Annabelle Langley, shuffled her feet in front of the official. Turnover. Looks like Bremen's got some pressure coming here for the Model Lady Devils.
And one of the things is that we talked about it. If you want to be able to beat Model, force them to turn the ball over. I've seen this so many times. They will turn the ball over late in games, early in games. That'll really set them back.
Model's got it across half court. Sasha Woods directed traffic. Bremen's showing a lot of pressure up top. Really, like you said, Grayson trying to get that ball turned over. August Betts passes it off the corner. Woods at the top of the key. Looks over to Samples on the right wing side. Tries to get it in to Sanders. Gets it in. Sanders from the free throw line and 2 points. The Model Lady Devils draw first blood with Cam Sanders getting on in the scorebook. Model trying to do some pressure. Knocked out of bounds by number 14, Javia Samples. The ball's going to stay with the Lady Blue Devils, which will be the Bremen Lady Blue Devils. That's going to be tough for me this afternoon. Referees talking for a little bit, and they say it's in Model's favor. So
it looked like the ball bounced a certain way that made it look like it was off Javia, but in all reality, it just died on the floor.
August Betts inbound. It gets into Wood. Bremen bringing pressure. Model looking, passing it back and forth, getting it through the pressure. It got over to half court to Cam Sanders. Sanders feeding it to Betts. Betts over to Samples on the right wing side. She got a little bit ahead of herself. It shuffled that pivot foot. Got called for a travel. So now Bremen's inbounding. Model's showing some pressure as well.
A little bit of the zone press here for Model. We see this from both sides.
Redding loses the handle on the ball, gets tied up with Samples.
Looks like we thought it was a jump ball.
Looks like a jump ball, and
Timeout.
Bremen has called a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here and chat for a little while.
Both teams are really getting after each other so far.
Defense being the name of the game today.
And it's going to be really hard for each team to get stuff going on in the half court. So what both teams have to focus on getting it done in the front court, being able to crash the board and get the ball out and be able to start that full court offense.
Referee calling for the teams back on the court. They're both teams running out. Number 35, Shelby Underwood, inbounding the ball to number 3, C.C. Redding for Bremen. She gets it across the half-court stripe. Samples with a steal. She's going to run out. Looks over to Sasha Woods and a layup. 2 points. Sasha Wood for the bucket.
Javier Samples came flying out like a free safety intercepting that ball.
Model dropping back, no pressure. Get across half court, and Bremen throws it away. Turnover. Number 14, Kaylin Hubbard coming in for Bremen. August Betts inbounding the ball in front of the model bench. Gives it to Woods. Bremen still showing pressure. Woods brings it up, gets it across half court, blows by a couple defenders, gets it over to Pointer. Sanders on the left wing side. Samples feeding it over to Woods. She gets it back to Javier. Javier runs into number 12, Marley Derringer for Bremen. Gets a foul called on her.
That pass was just a little bit too high, caused it a run in to a Bremen defender, and that's something that Bremen's going to have to be able to do all day, is be able to get those high passes, be able to make Model scramble.
Model's in a press. Bremen having a little trouble getting it across half court. Throw it up. Model gets a steal. Javier Samples bringing the ball down, gives it over to Pointer, shoots from the baseline and makes it. 6-0 Model. Model showing pressure. Almost got a steal there from Sanders. Bremen gets across half court, looking down low to number 12. Marley Derringer takes it up high off the glass, no bucket. Cam Sanders coming back with a rebound. She shoots it down court to Javier Samples, goes in and nails a layup. Number 14, Javier Samples, timeout Bremen. 8-0 run, 5:14 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break as well. You're on Northwest Georgia Media. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Heard County Gymnasium. Model is on an 8-0 run to start off this semifinal game in the region tournament. 5:13 left on the clock in the first quarter. Bremen's bringing it across the half-court stripe. Number 14, that would be Kaylin Hubbard. She drives in, kicks it out number 4 on the right wing side, takes a three and nails it. That was number 4, Annabelle Langley with the tray. Sasha Wood, the Model, bringing it up. Gets it over on the near side to Javier Samples. She gets it across half court. Model turns the ball over. Corner almost with a steal. Number 20, Savannah Langley with the ball. They try feeding it down low. Model's all over the place with some tenacious defense. Feed it over on the right wing side to number 12, Marley Derringer. She fires it back over to 20, Savannah Langley, who shoots a tray. It bounces hard off the iron. Sasha Woods with the rebound, gets it across the half-court stripe over to Samples on the right wing side. She's looking down low, doesn't like what she sees, feeds it back up top the corner, back on the right wing side to Samples. She fires over to Sanders, top of the key. Sanders takes a couple dribbles, pivots, fakes, puts up a floater, no good. Number 12, Marley Derringer with Bremen getting a rebound. Bremen get it across the half-court stripe. Number 4, Annabelle Langley drives in, draws the contact, and sinks the bucket. I didn't see who that foul was on. Did you see that, Grayson?
Looked like it was on Cam Sanders. Little bit of a upper body contact, and she was able to get it to go. And Bremen, they're going to have to be more aggressive like that down the stretch of this game.
Gotcha. Number 30, Sadie Broughton, and number 3, Addie Mathis, substituting in for the model Lady Devils. Number 4, Annabelle Langley at the charity stripe. Puts it up, leaves it a little short. JBS Samples with the rebound, getting off the Woods, setting up the offense. Samples with the ball, feeds it over to Mathis, top of the key. She directs a little bit of traffic, gets the offense set up. Back over to Samples. She drives in on the right wing side, feeds it to Sanders out at the top of the key. Sanders trying to back down, 12 on the shot clock. Samples goes in, does a spin move, puts it up, gets called for a traveling.
Initially,
3:28 left in the first quarter, 8-5 model leads.
Initially, it looked like what could have been a foul, but looks like that sideline ref thought differently and thought she shuffled her feet.
Bremen gets it across the half-court stripe. Models showing some really tenacious defense. Number 15, Sasha Wood, called for the foul on number 35, Shelby Underwood with Bremen. Bremen inbounding the ball in front of the scorer's table. Annabelle Langley inbounding. Slaps the ball, gets the break going. Number 14, Caitlin Hubbard with the ball at the top of the key. They're looking down low, doesn't like what they see. Feeds out, almost loses the handle. Number 4, Annabelle Langley. Bring it back up top of the key. She's been guarded by Woods. Kicks it out to number 14, Caitlin Hubbard, who shoots a 3. Doesn't make it, but Bremen get the rebound. They throw it hard off the glass. Number 35, Shelby Underwood, puts a shot up, and she gets tagged by number 14, Javia Samples. So she'll be going to the charity stripe.
And I believe that's Javia's second already, and we're only in the first quarter.
Shelby Underwood makes her first of 2 free throws. Number 2, Samantha Betts, substituting in for model. Shelby goes through her routine and drills the second one. 8-7, model leads. 2:50 left in the first quarter. Woods gets it across the half-court stripe, feeds it off to Betts on the right wing. She's tied up. Number 35, Shelby Underwood, gets her hands in there and gets a jump ball called. It'll stay with the Lady Blue Devils. That'll be the model Lady Blue Devils.
That's one thing we're still going to have to get used to throughout this broadcast.
Yeah. We got some conversation at the scoring table. Staying with model. Rawton inbounding the ball. Blue Devils, model starts to move around, gets it into Cam Sanders. Dribbles in on the right wing side, kind of surveying the floor. Up to Mathis, the top of the key. Over to Woods on the left wing side. Rawton in the left corner. Back to Woods. Back to Mathis, top of the key. Working it around the perimeter. 4 on the shot clock. Woods fires a tray hard off the iron. Number 14, Caitlin Hubbard, coming up with the rebound for Bremen. She feeds it straight down the court to number 12, Marley Derringer, who sinks a layup. And the Bremen Lady Blue Devils have their first lead of the game, 9-8, with 2:05 left in the first quarter. Number 32, AC Arp, substituting in for Bremen. Number 23, Eva Pointer, coming in for model.
And Bremen's on a 9-0 run, 9-0 run right now.
Caitlin Hubbard shoots from the corner, misses. The number 12, Marley Derringer, cleans it up, draws the contact, and we go into the charity stripe. Did you see who fouled her? Was that Eva?
Looked like it would have been Eva Pointer.
Number 23, Eva Pointer, committing the violation. Derringer clanks around the rim, not able to turn the three-point conversion. 11-8 in favor of Bremen.
And Bremen's going back in a man-to-man defense, trying to give Model a bunch of different looks.
Pointer taking it on the left wing side, goes behind the back, gives it back out to Wood. Wood wanting the three, takes it, misses everything, goes out of bounds. Turnover. Number 1, Daly Sheets, and number 3, CC Redding substituting in for Bremen. Bremen inbounding the ball. Model showing pressure. There's a run out by number 1, Daly Sheets. Samantha Betts is there. Sheets tries to jump stop and ends up shuffling her feet. Gets called for a traveling.
I think that was James Harden-esque just a little bit. And one thing that's going to be interesting down the course of this game is Model. They're going to allow these freshman guards to play, so Bremen's going to try to attack that youth a little bit and force them to make decisions.
Addie Mathis from the right wing side misses a little jumper. Number 1, Daly Sheets bringing the ball to the court. She gets it across the timeline. She's being guarded by Betts, Samantha Betts. Over in the right wing corner, Sheets drives the baseline. She kicks it out to number 3, CC Redding, who can't get the tray to fall. Addie Mathis grabs the ball and gets tagged by number 32, AC Arp. So it'll be Model's ball. Number 4, Annabelle Langley coming in for Bremen. Number 22, Savannah Minshew coming in for Model. Bremen still showing some pressure. Samantha Betts passes it to Eva Pointer. Gets it across the half-court stripe. Tasha Woods drags her pivot foot. Turn the ball over, so it'll be Bremen's ball at half court. August Betts substituting in. Woods will be taking a seat. We got 44 seconds left in the first quarter. 11-8, Bremen leads. Daly Sheets gets it across half court. Goes driving down the right wing side, kicks it out. Number 32, ACR, puts up a 3 and drills it.
I talked about it in the pregame. They're going to try to knock down some perimeter shots, and they've been able to do that so far.
25 seconds in the quarter, 14-8, Bremen. Rawton gets it across half court over to Samantha Betts, feeds it to her sister, August Betts, who gets the ball stripped away. Number 1, Sheets, bringing it up the court, gets across the half court stripe. Got 5 seconds left. She dribbles in, turns it over to Samantha Betts, who heaves it from the three-point line and hits it hard off the back of the iron. 14-8 in favor of the Bremen Lady Blue Devils. We're at the end of the first quarter. We're going to catch our breath. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Hurd County Gymnasium. Semifinal game in the Region 6A-D1 girls basketball tournament. Start of the second quarter, the visiting Bremen Lady Blue Devils are on top of the Model Lady Blue Devils, 14-8.
In that first quarter, Model started on their own 8-0 run. And then Bremen came scorching back, got a few foul calls, and made a bunch of perimeter shots. I was able to go on their own 14-0 run.
AC Arndt with the ball on the right wing side. She turns it over to August Betts, who gets it to Cam Sanders. Passes it to Sasha Woods. They get across the timeline. Model working their offense. Woods looking down low. Gives it to the right wing side to Samples. Samples feeds it into Sanders. 3 people drop in. She puts it up and makes a bucket. Number 1, Cam Sanders, A much-needed bucket for the Model Lady Blue Devils.
And the fact she was even able to get that up is insane.
3 people on her. Hubbard at the top of the key for Bremen. Bremen's working on the right wing side. Number 35 taking down the baseline. She gives over number 14. Kaylin Hubbard puts up a 3 from the left wing side. Hits it hard off the back of the iron. Model with a rebound. Sasha Woods getting it across half-court stripe. She's setting the offense up at the top of the key. Gives it over to August Betts, kind of on the left elbow. August picks up her dribble, gives it over to Cam Sanders at the top of the key. Sanders looking down to Samples down low, doesn't like what she sees. Feeds it down to August Betts, who puts up a layup and makes it. Number 21, August Betts. 14-12 in favor of Bremen. Number 14, Kaylin Hubbard getting it across half court. Feeds it over to Langley on the right wing side. Fires a bullet across court. Bremen trying to feed it down low. It gets turned over. Woods with the ball. And almost goes out of bounds. Rolling around, a mass of humanity. Hits the floor, and Model comes up with it and throws it out of bounds.
That play was just all over the place.
Man, that was a lot going on there.
And one thing that I'd like to point out is Cam Sanders does so much for this team. I mean, she's a point forward pretty much. I mean, she can play guard and she can play down low, and she's just a freshman, so it's going to be really interesting to see how her game grows over the next 4
Hubbard
years.
bringing it across half court, working at the top of the key for Bremen, gives it over to Langley. Langley almost loses the handle, gets it number 35, Underwood. Underwood down low, number 12, Derringer puts up a ball. Goes hard off the iron, goes out of bounds. Model basketball. Sanders gets it into Pointer. Bremen showing pressure. Model breaks it pretty readily. Woods with the ball over in the right wing side. She's trapped, trying to get the ball away. There's a whistle. Let's see, who's that foul on? Foul's on number 12. Marley Derringer for Bremen.
And so far, Bremen has done a really good job. And when they go back in that zone full court press, they get back in their half court zone really well.
Model inbounds the ball. Betts on the left wing side. Gives it over to Woods in the corner. She drives baseline. 3 goes up. She gets tagged. She's trying to shoot a shot. Doesn't go in. She'll have 2 shots at the charity stripe. Foul's on number 35. Shelby Underwood for Bremen. 2-point ball game. Bremen's leading 14-12. 5:31 left in the first half of play. Woods puts her shot up hard off the back of the iron. Comes right back at her. High fives all around. She goes through her routine. Puts up the second shot again. Hawthorne. Sanders with the rebound. Takes it back up. Loses the handle. Out of bounds. Bremen basketball.
It looks like Model's going to go back in their full court press after just getting back in their little half court defense, made a little bit of zone. And they've been able to cause some trouble for Bremen running this full court.
Bremen, number 12, Derringer fires a bullet all the way down the court. She loses the handle on it. August Best comes up with it. Cam Sanders with Model gets it across half court. She takes a quick step, goes down, almost gets stripped. Woods at the top of the key. Takes it over to the left wing side. Back to Betts at the top of the key. Over to Samples on the right wing side. She's looking down low. They're double teaming Sanders. Gives it to Pointer at the elbow and drills a little jumper.
And over the past few games, she's been able to get to her spots down in the bottom of down in the elbows and down at the block, almost near the dunker spot, and able to knock down those mid-ranges.
Bremen breaks Model's pressure pretty readily and gets it to number 4, Annabelle Langley, for an uncontested layup. Bremen's ahead by 2, 16-14. Model breaks Bremen's pressure very handily. Samples trying to pass it over to Pointer, and it's thought that Bremen touched it. Apparently they didn't. It goes out of bounds. Bremen basketball. Number 14, Kaylin Hubbard, gets it across the half-court stripe. Fires over into the right wing corner. Hubbard loses the ball. Bremen recovers. Model showing some tenacious defense. Top of the key, over to the right wing side, number 20, Langley. They try feeding it down low. Model gets a steal. Looks like a run out. Javia Samples with the layup and doesn't convert. That's going to hurt.
That was wide open.
That's going to hurt. Missed shot, still 16-14 in favor of Bremen. Over to the left wing side. Full court pass over to the right wing side. Back to the top of the key, Caitlin Howard. Trying to feed it down low. August Betts gets a hand on it. She tries to get it to Samples and turns it over. Back to number 14, Kaylin Hubbard. She's setting up the offense at the top of the key. Gets it over to Annabelle Langley. Betts gets another steal. Ends up losing the handle off the back of her foot. Bremen gets the basketball. This is getting interesting.
Both teams are extremely turnover prone right now. Model's running this little 2-3. Able to get some touches at the top and able to deflect the ball.
Number 4, Annabelle Langley fires a tray. Misses. Woods with the rebound. She gets it over to Samples. Another layup, and it goes in with the contact. And one. Javia Samples with the layup. Looks like the basket's going to count. The foul's on number 35, Shelby Underwood.
One of the things that's interesting is I find it funny. You missed the wide open one, but you make the one with 3 people on you.
Yeah. We're knotted up at 16 with Javia Samples at the charity stripe. Number 3, Cece Redding coming in for Bremen. 32, Milan Howard substituting in for Model.
Free throw woes are still very heavy for Model.
Pointer with the rebound and the putback. After a couple of missed shots, Eva Pointer gets the rebound, puts it back. 18-16 Model, 2:41 left. Woods trying to get the steal, goes out of bounds. Woods the last one to touch it. The ball will stay with Bremen. Both teams are just really quick on defense and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And that was the key to the game for both teams, is you're going to have to force these turnovers, because both of these teams, they've turned the ball over 20 or more times in games this season, so it's very important for them to get after it.
Bremen working the ball around the perimeter. Number 4, Langley trying to feed over the left wing side. Ball goes loose. Everybody running everywhere. Woods comes up with it. Takes it coast to coast, soft off the glass. 2 points for Sasha Woods. 2016 Model leads.
Speaking of get after, there's a shirt down here that says GATA. I'm not going to say what that means, but you probably know what that means.
Shot goes up for Bremen. They miss. Number 25, Jada Wells, coming up with the rebound. Coach Sally Echols with the Model Lady Blue Devils is going to call a timeout. We're going to take it as well. Thank you for listening. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of high school basketball here at Heard County. Models inbounding the ball. Pointer gets it in. They work the ball up to Howard, who gets it across half court. She gets it over to Samples. Samples back to Woods on the left wing side. She drives in, puts it up and gets tagged. So Sasha Woods will be going to the charity stripe. Fouls on number 12, Molly Derringer for the Bremen Lady Blue Devils. Score is 20-16 in favor of Model. Woods goes through her routine. The shot is up, teeters around the rim a little bit, then decides to fall out, unfortunately, for Model. Number 4, Annabelle Langley coming in for Bremen. Number 30, Sadie Rawton substituting in for Model. Woods going through her routine. Another shot goes up. Free throw rope woes for Woods. Atwater with the rebound. Rawton puts up a 3, bounces hard off the back of the rim. Ball last touch by Model. It'll stay with Bremen.
As I just mentioned just a second ago, also one of the keys of the game is Model's going to have to knock down their free throws. Bremen's going to be placed physical and foul, and Model's going to have to take advantage of that whenever it's a shooting foul, whenever they get in the bonus.
Langley on the right wing side shuffles her feet in front of the official. Turnover, Model basketball. Woods will be inbound the ball. Bremen showing pressure. Hits Rawton across half court. She loses the handle. Number 20, looks like a run out. Langley comes down hard off the glass. Looks like Rawton is going to be called with a foul. Yep, fouls on number 30, Sadie Rawton. Number 14, Kaylin Hubbard at the charity stripe for Bremen. 2016 your score in favor of Model. Hubbard goes through her routine, puts the shot up, teeters around on the rim, decides to fall out. Hubbard with the ball again. Going through her routine, ball's up, and she makes it. Got a substitution. Number 1, Cam Sanders coming in from Model. Number 23, Eva Pointer taking a seat. Rawton inbound the ball. Bremen showing a lot of pressure. We get the ball into Woods. Woods dribbling, gets it across half court. Showing kind of a break, coming back. She's directing traffic, taking it to the top of the key. Bremen's in man-to-man. Rawton with the ball on the right wing side. Feeds it back to Woods at the top. Holding the ball, making a decision here. Takes it over left wing side. Wells with the ball, feeds it over to Rawton on the right wing side. Rawton looking down low, dribbles to the corner, feeds it into Sanders. Sanders called for an offensive foul. Looks like she got it pushed off a little bit. Grayson, did you see that?
Maybe just a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell from our angle because we're in front, but I guess the ref thought she shoved off and just decided to call a charge. Maybe a little bit of elbow, you know, just some maybe a little bit tedious, but it is what it is.
Bremen with the ball, bringing it up the court. Model drop back in their zone defense. Samantha Betts and August Betts substituting in for Model. Milan Howard, Jada Wells, and Sadie Rawton. We got 45 seconds on the clock. 2017 Model leads. Bremen working around the perimeter. Get over to the right wing side. Work it back up. Fires it over to the left wing side. Model going back and forth really quick, making it tough for the Bremen. Number 4, Annabelle Langley puts up a shot. Leaves it a little short. Model with the rebound. Samantha Betts getting the ball across half court. She dribbles in, feeds it over to Rawton on the left wing side. August Betts taking it up to the top of the key. Picks her dribble up, directing traffic. Gives it off to Milan Howard. Milan taking it on the right wing side, trying to work down and get something going. Gives it off to Betts. Betts taking it in, puts a shot up. Ball teeing around, Model with a rebound, and buzzer goes off, and there's a whistle. Let's see what the rest. Call in number 25, Jada Wells, with an offensive foul.
This is the time.
We've got 0 seconds on the clock. 0.3 seconds. It looks like Bremen will be inbounding the ball.
This is where I would love to play the Jeopardy theme song like I do if the refs are having a decision.
I'm I'm curious as to what that call was, because Wells got the ball. She was taking it up.
I mean,
I didn't see how it was an offensive foul.
I mean, even with 0.3 seconds, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, that's the end of the first half of play. Model Lady Blue Devils on top of the Bremen Lady Blue Devils, 20-17. We got 10-minute halftime. We're going to take a little break, then we'll come back and dive into the second half. Thank y'all so much for joining us on Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of high school basketball. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it here at Heard County. So, Grayson, why don't you kind of run us through the first half of play here between the Model Lady Blue Devils and the Bremen Lady Blue Devils?
Of course. Is it okay if I first start out how Bremen and how they got to this score?
Absolutely.
So early in the first quarter, we saw Model go on their own 8-0 run. Bremen stroked back immediately, was able to break the press, break the zone just a little bit, went on their own 14-0 run. In the quarter, it was 8-14 in favor of Bremen. Then Model went on their own little run. Bremen came back just a little bit. Model was able to get going in the full court game and be able to get inside. So our score at halftime was 20-17. And let's take a look at some of the scoring and how each team was able to distribute that. First, let's look at the Bremen Lady Devils, led by Annabelle Langley with 7 points there in the first half. Marley Daringer finished with 4 in the first half. Kaylin Hubbard with 1. AC Arp with 3. And then Shelby Underwood with number 2. And then for the Model Lady Devils, it would be Eva Pointer leading, scoring in the first half. She had 6 points first half, and then we had three Model players tied with 4 points. It would be Javia Samples, Sasha Wood, and Cam Sanders finished with 4 points each, and then August Betts had 2 points.
Yeah, one thing I noted, defense being the name of the game. They're both teams are forcing a lot of turnovers. There's a lot of pressure. One thing I've noticed is their habit of bringing the ball down low, particularly down, inside the 3-point arc. When they do that, the other team's all over. It's immediately. They're going to strip it almost immediately.
They're going to strip it almost immediately, and one thing Model had success in was whenever they would switch their zones up so much. They would go from a dog, they went to a 2-3, and they would switch them in. Both teams are really switching up their defense, trying to give different looks, and that's making it really hard on both offenses. Neither offense is really able to get going, and the only success Bremen really had in the half court was they would have, if you skip past it, they would make perimeter shots. And we talked about it pregame. If Bremen's able to knock down some perimeter shots and get Model in foul trouble, Javia Samples already has 2 fouls. So one thing that Bremen's going to have to continue to do if they want to win this ball game, knock down some perimeter shots, and for Model, it's just a matter of continue to play your game, draw some fouls, and be able to get the ball down low.
Thank you, Grayson. One thing I've learned is that I'm much better sitting in the trailer. It's been the last game I called, I think was a middle school game, 4 years ago. So this is not my forte.
No, you've called a few. You've called a few after. I remember because you would go by yourself to live stream a few games, just record it and then upload it. You did, I think it was a Daresville and Pepperell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was back when Dane Fisher and that senior class was still a Model. So either way you look at it, good minute ago.
And one thing, this facility, we're in Heard County. This is top notch. They've got the big mezzanine going all the way around, plenty of room. They've got a big 2-sided widescreen jumbotron. The concession stand is actually in the gym with a seating area with tables, so you can, hit the concession stand and watch, sit there and eat your snack and watch the game without even leaving the gym.
Yeah, this part of Georgia, we were talking about in the car. This Southwire money, man, it's different. And we were talking about this side, Carroll County, Temple. Even, you look at it, the heavy school like Carrollton. We were talking on the way over here. That's like royalty in these parts. Their head coach even has their own SID.
Yeah.
If that explains, just how lucrative this part of Georgia is, and they do a really good job distributing it. And they have some really, really great facilities down here near Carrollton, Heard County, just these areas of Georgia.
And want to give a shout out to the folks here at Heard County, their athletic director, Coach Laster, their IT department. Really, really great to work with. We were able to come in, get on the network, get everything up and running. That's always my big fear, is coming into a gym, stadium, arena where I've never broadcast before.
You were tense, all right, on the way down here.
For those that have worked with me, they know. I get a little wound up until I see the green light come on and everything's clicking. I can be short.
Always on heels.
Yeah. But everything works great. The IT department, great to work with. AD, great to work with. Got it set up. We got about 2 minutes before we tip off the second half. We're going to catch our breath, get a drink of water, let our vocalizers rest a little bit, and then we'll get started here. Model Lady Devils leading the Bremen Lady Devils 20-17. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of our region semifinals girl game. The buzzer just went off. We're at the end of halftime. The Lady Blue Devils on both sides, Bremen and Model, have taken the court. Cam Sanders with Model will be inbounding the ball. She gets it into Sasha Woods. Bremen showing some pressure. Woods about to get trapped. Gives the ball up to August Betts on the left wing side to Samples. Woods drives in, top of the key, feeds it back out the corner. Ball goes loose. Bodies hit the floor. Jump ball. Ball in favor. The possession arrow in favor of the Bremen Lady Blue Devils.
And just 18 seconds in, you're already forcing turnovers. That's one thing that Bremen's going to have to keep doing, is something Model's going to have to be aware of. Take care of the ball.
That's right. Bremen inbounds the ball. Number 3, Redding gets it across the half-court stripe. Model in their 2-3 zone. Redding taking up top of the key, gives it over number 4, Langley. She gets down number 12, turns the ball over. Javia Samples gets it across half court, backs it back up, gives it over to Woods. Woods over to August Betts on the right wing side. She looks down low. Dribbles over into the corner, looking to get it to Sanders. Get it to Sanders. She's double teamed. Takes it up, bounces it hard line, gets her own rebound, takes it back up, draws the contact and the bucket. Cam Sanders with the and one opportunity for the three-point play.
And she's the X factor down this stretch of the game, if you ask me. I mean, she's able to shoot. She can get it inside. I mean, what can't she do for this Model team? And down the stretch, it's going to be really important for her. Get going. We've seen a few games. She is the driving force down the stretch of the second half.
That's right. She managed to convert the three-point play. That foul was on number 35, Shelby Underwood. 23-17 in favor of the Model Lady Blue Devils. Baseball pass down to get it in bounds. Works over number 4, Langley. She turns the ball over. Woods with the ball. Coming back fast. Feeds it off to Javia Samples. Samples back up to Sanders at the top of the key. She picks up her dribble, gives it over to Sasha Wood. Sasha surveying the floor. Right wing side to Betts. Betts looking down low. Back up to Sanders, the right wing. Sanders wanting to take it in, does a spin move, kicks it out to Samples, who shoots a 3 and banks it in. 3-point bucket by number 14, Javia Samples. Bremen gets across half court quick. Brings it in down low to number 12, who takes it up hard and makes a layup. Marley Derringer for Bremen with the layup. Bremen showing pressure. Samples gets it over to Sanders on the right side. Sanders gets it across half court, drives in, picks her dribble up, tries to take it up. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover to Bremen.
It looked like that was tipped by Bremen.
According to the model fans, I believe it was, but
Much
the
to the delight.
Yeah, the referee saw it different. Bremen gets across half court on the left wing side. Underwood with the ball. Up to number 4, Langley. She's giving it back over to Arp on the left wing side. Gets blocked by Betts. Turns the ball over back to Bremen. Number 20, Langley on the right wing side. Gives it up number 4, another Langley. They turn the ball over. We got a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Model. A little bit of a late whistle. Fouls on number 23. That would be Eva Pointer.
That was a really interesting. I mean, we can't really see it from right here. It looked like the ball went off of somebody's knee.
Yeah. 26-19 in favor of Model. Bremen working around the perimeter. Continue to work it around. Look over to the right wing side. Drive baseline. Nothing there. Kicks it back out. Number 3, Redding with the 3-point bucket from the right wing side. CC Redding, 26-22 in favor of Model. Pointer brings the ball down, pops at the elbow, and nails it. Eva Pointer with a 2-point jumper from the right elbow. Model dropping back in their half court 2-3. Bremen getting it over to the right wing side. Back up to number 3. She looks at the 3. Feeds it back over to number 23. They're working on the left wing side. Wanting to feed it down low. August Betts gets a hand on it and tags it off of a Bremen player, so it's Model ball. Sanders feeding the ball in, gets it into Betts on the right side. Bremen showing pressure. Over to Pointer. Working it around. A little miscommunication. Woods thought Betts had it. Betts thought Woods had it. No one had it. Ball goes out of bounds. Bremen basketball.
Kind of looked like the ball was too hot just a little bit, but a little bit of miscommunication there. Untimely turnover there for Model.
All right, Bremen with the ball. Works to the right wing side. Hubbard up top, directing a little bit of traffic. Gives it over number 20, who takes it up and draws the contact. That's Savannah Langley drawing some contact from number 23, Eva Pointer. So Savannah Langley at the charity stripe, shooting a couple of free throws. First one's up, hard off the back of the iron. Number 30, Sadie Roughton coming in.
Seems like neither team can get the lid off the rim when it comes to free throws this game.
Yeah, it's looking desperate from the charity stripe.
Well,
and right as we say that, she drills it. Savannah Langley drilling her second of a pair of free throws. Woods bringing the ball up. Bremen showing pressure. Gets to the middle to Roughton. Roughton back to Sanders. Sanders dribble across half court. And there is a 10-second call. So the full court press playing off for Bremen.
It did pay off for them, that play. And going back to what we just said a second ago, the announcers cursed. Me and Matt probably cursed each team shooting free throws about 60 times during that Temple game whenever we played. If he's listening, he knows it.
Hubbard, they get off to the left wing side. Number 3, Redding with the 3. Goes up, bounces it hard off the rim. August Betts with the rebound. Gives it over to Wood. She dribbles across the half-court stripe. Setting up the offense. A lot of activity. Feed it down low to Sanders. Sanders taking it in. Puts it up. No go. Number 12, Derringer with the rebound for Bremen. They get it across half court. Hubbard with the ball. She feeds it over to the left wing side. Number 20, Langley puts up a 3. No go. Ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Bremen.
And Bremen's going to have to continue to get those shots down the stretch, even if it's early in the shot clock. Still taking these open shots is going to help the game. Going to help them gain momentum.
Ball inbounded. Number 3, CC Redding at the top of the key, gives it off to Derringer. Feeding over the left wing side. 3 ball up, no good. Javia Samples with the rebound. Ball poked loose. Model comes back up with it. Looked like no one really knew the ball was loose except Javia. She managed to recover and get it to Woods. Rawton dribbles up top of the key. Tried to feed it down low to Sanders. Ball goes free. Turnover. Bremen bringing the ball down. 28-23 in favor of Model with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Number 12, Marley Derringer with the shot. Puts it up. It's good. Cam Sanders gets the ball to Sasha Wood. They get across the half-court stripe. Coach Sally Eccles is calling a timeout.
Bremen fans really did believe that was a travel.
Didn't really like that call. 28-25 in favor of the Model Blue Devils. We're going to step out for a short break and catch our breath. We'll be back in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on Northwest Georgia Media's coverage of the 6A-D1 region tournament. We're in the semifinals. Model Lady Blue Devils, Bremen Lady Blue Devils. Model's inbounding the ball right in front of the scorer's table. Gets it into Sasha Woods. Bremen showing some tenacious defense. Woods get it across half court. Ball goes loose, out of bounds in favor of Bremen. Tenacious defense today on both sides.
Defense, very tenacious defense. And Bremen's able, in the second half, Bremen has turned Model over, I think, almost more times than they did in the first half.
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Number 14, Hubbard with the ball for Bremen. Gives it off to Derringer. Working around the top of the key. Redding over to the left wing side. Gets it down the left corner. Derringer working. Gets the ball back out. We're on the right wing side. Working the perimeter, trying to get down low to Derringer. She turned on light watch. She kicks it out to Redding, shoots an air ball, goes out of bounds. Model basketball. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Model's leading by 3, 28-25. Sanders with the ball, giving up to Woods. Back to Sanders. Bremen showing some pressure. Pass across half court. Javia Samples going in for the layup. Hard off the back of the rim. Betts with the ball gets tied up with number 12, Derringer, for a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Model Lady Blue Devils.
Look, she just can't buy a break today with the wide open layups, can she?
Yeah. Number 4, Annabelle Langley substituting in for Bremen. Rotten inbounding the ball. Gets it into Javia Samples on the right wing side. Back to Rotten on the right wing side. Samples at the top of the key. Surveying, driving in, picks up her dribble. No one there, kicks it out to Sanders. 9 on the shot clock. Sanders drives baseline, backs up, and gets tagged by number 12, Marley Derringer. So it looks like number 1, Cam Sanders, is going to the charity stripe. Let's see what she can do with these free throws. Model leading by 3. Sanders going through her routine. Ball up. And it teeters around and falls in. Number 2, Samantha Betts, and number 25, Jada Wells, substituting in for Model. Sasha Woods and August Betts getting a quick breather. Sanders going through her routine for shot number 2. Important shots here. No sail. Ball goes loose. Rawton comes up with a rebound. Back to Sanders. Low pass. Sanders looking for Wells. Nothing there. There's Wood. Gets called for 3 seconds in the lane. 29-25 in favor of the Model Blue Devils. 1:26 left in the third quarter. Bremen gets it across half court. Model in their 2-3. Working over to the right wing side. Gets it into the top of the key at the free throw line, trying to drive in. Number 14 goes in. Hubbard puts it up, banks it in. Kalen Hubbard with the bank shot. Sanders gets it across half court. Driving, trying to go to the basket. Puts it up, no good. Wells with the rebound, throws it up, no good. Ball goes loose. Bremen coming up with the ball. 2-point ball game with 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Hubbard with the ball at the top of the key. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Hubbard dribbling around about half court. Gets it over to Redding. Redding over to Langley. Back to Redding, top of the key. She gives it back over to Hubbard. Hubbard drives in, pulls up from the three-point line, hits hard off the back of the iron. Samples with the ball. Gets it across half court. Samples stops, shoots a three. Hard off the iron. Betts with the ball. Gets it over to Wells. Wells with the layup. 3, 2, 1 second left. And that's the third quarter. Models leading 31-27 at the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick breath. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So 1 quarter left in regulation. Model Lady Blue Devils leading 31-27 over the Bremen Lady Blue Devils. Bremen inbounding the ball at half court. Getting it up to the top of the key. Feeding it over to Art. Art back over to Sheets. Sheets over to Redding on the left wing side. Looking down low. Ball poked free. Bremen coming back up with it. Back to Sheets. She dribbles in. Tries to feed it down low. Working the ball around. Ball goes up. No rebound. Bremen gets the rebound. Shoots it back. Misses. Model coming up with the rebound thanks to Eva Pointer. Woods gets across the half-court stripe. Woods setting up the offense over to Samples on the right wing side. Samples dribbling back toward the top. Gives over to Sanders at the right elbow. Sanders drives in. Stops, pops, misses. Sheets with the rebound. Pointer trying to dribbles off her foot. Model basketball. Number 14, Kalen Hubbard coming in. Sheets having a seat for Bremen. Woods inbounding the ball, gives it up to Jabia Samples. Bremen showing pressure, gets it across the half-court stripe, tries to dribble through some traffic, gets smothered, gets it off to Woods, over to Pointer on the left wing side, back up to Betts, August Betts, top of the key. She loses the handle. Bremen basketball. Caitlin Hubbard gets it across the logo, feeds it over to ACR on the left wing side, back to Hubbard. Hubbard over to Redding on the right wing side, feeding it down to Derringer on the right wing. Shotgun pass across to the other side. They keep working the perimeter, trying to get the defense out of position. Derringer goes in, uncontested layup.
She's really kept them in the ball game, whether it be defense or rebounding. She's able to get inside and get open looks.
Model having a hard time. Gets across half court, full court pass to Pointer for 2 points. Eva Pointer, great job breaking the press. That's the curse of the press. You know, you give up that deep pass like that.
That's the one downfall.
Number 32, she fires up a three, misses everything for Bremen. Model basketball, 33-29 in favor of Model. 6 minutes left on the clock. Sanders gets it across half court to Samples. Samples dishes off the pointer. Back to Samples on the left wing side. Up to Woods. She sets up the offense at the top of the key. Bremen in their man-to-man. Over on the right wing side, August Betts. August dribbles around the screen, drives in, dishes off to Pointer, who fires a three, misses everything. Bremen basketball.
Back-to-back air ball. Back-to-back air balls on both possessions.
Number 4, Annabelle Langley, and number 20, Savannah Langley, substituting in for Bremen.
As weird as it sounds, I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back air balls from different teams on 2 different possessions. You think
over
it's
on the
common.
right wing side to Savannah Langley. Kick ball. Looks like it's staying, went out of bounds, staying with Bremen. 33-29 in favor of Model. 5:15 on the clock. Bremen going through their break. Turnover immediately. August Betts with the ball, gives it up to Cam Sanders. Cam's gives it across half court. Tries to hit JV Samples on a bullet pass. It goes out of bounds. Tags 1 or 2 of the Model cheerleaders.
If she was Calvin Johnson, that probably would have worked out, but it's not every day you see 6'4".
Caitlin Hubbard getting the ball across half court for Bremen. Pass it off to Langley on the left wing side. Hubbard drives in over to Savannah Langley. In the corner, Annabelle Langley shooting a three. Model gets the rebound, and Sasha Woods gets tangled up with number 4, Annabelle Langley, and a foul will be called on Bremen. So Model basketball. Looks like number 35, Shelby Underwood, comes up the scores table, but not called in yet. Trying to break the press, and JV Samples rockets the ball out of bounds. So it'll be Bremen basketball. 4:40 left in the ball game. Model leading by 4 points, 33-29. Bremen getting it across the logo, setting up their offense. Go over to the left wing side. Number 20 fires a three from the right wing side, misses everything. Sanders trying to get the rebound, steps on the line. Bremen basketball.
I just got a text from our good buddy Matt Davis. Grayson with the Megatron reference. Said, "Go Jackets." I beg to differ with that one. Sorry, go Dogs, man. I know you're hearing this.
Bremen inbounds the ball.
Oh,
Number 35, Shelby Underwood, makes the basket with a foul on number 23.
That was Annabelle Langley.
Was that foul on number 23 or 22 or 21?
It doesn't say on the scores, but
23, I believe it's on number 23, JV Samples. So looks like number 4, Annabelle Langley, has the opportunity for a three-point play. Goes through her routine, hard off the back of the iron. Bremen comes up with the rebound, works it around real fast, drives in. Langley comes in, throws it hard, but ends up drawing the contact. She's got an opportunity for 2 more shots. Fouls on number 23, Eva Pointer. 2-point ball game. Annabelle Langley with an opportunity to tie the ball game from the charity stripe. She goes through her routine, puts up the first shot, bounces off the rim, and drops in. Wells coming in, Pointer having a seat for a Model. 1-point ball game. Langley going through her routine. 4:14 left on the clock. Ball's up. Nothing but net. Tied ball game. 33 points with 4:14 left. Bremen pressing hard. They get the ball across half court. Almost turn the ball over. Cam Sanders with the ball top of the key. Bremen showing tremendous pressure as they have all ball game. Gets it down to JV Sample. She drives in. Can't get anything. Kicks it back out. Sanders at the top of the key. Over to Woods on the right wing side. She drives in. Puts the ball up. Misses everything. Derringer coming up with the rebound.
Is your blood pressure raising just yet?
It's getting there. Bremen working around the perimeter. Tie ball game, 3:30 left. Derringer drives in, passes it back out. Three-point shot, up no good. Cam Sanders coming up with the ball goes loose. Wood coming up with the rebound. She dribbles out of trouble. Gets it across half court, gives it off to Javia Samples, puts up a three, hard off the iron, goes out of bounds on Bremen. Oh, stays with Model. A little bit of discussion there by the referees. Number 3, CC Redding, and number 32, AC Arp, substituting in for Bremen. Number 3, Addie Mathis coming in from Model. August Betts having a seat. And Bremen's going to call a full timeout, so we're going to take it with them. Here on Northwest Georgia Media, we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are knotted up at 33.
Boy, oh boy.
Late in the fourth quarter here at Heard County. Two Lady Blue Devil teams squaring off against each other in region semifinal action. Thank y'all so much for joining us today.
I still keep on looking back at the live stream. I keep on seeing that comment, massive humanity. I don't know exactly what it's referencing, but I feel like it's something you said.
Yeah, that's from my other little sister, Lori West. She put that in the comments field, massive humanity. Model feeds it in. Sanders with the ball. Wells gets the rebound, puts it up and two.
That was a strong finish there by Wells.
3:10 left to go in the ball game. Model up by 2, 35-33. Bremen getting it across half court over to the right wing side to number 32, AC Arp. She gives it back. Number 35 drives in, tries to put the ball up and gets tagged hard. Looks like got her with the body. Number 25, Jada Wells, fouled her. Looks like the foul's on the floor, so Bremen will be throwing the ball in. 2:56 left to go in regulation.
I originally thought they called out in the act of shooting, but
Arp surveying the floor. Gets it in number 35, Underwood. She puts it up, gets fouled, misses everything. Fouls on number 3, Addie Mathis. So Underwood going to the charity stripe. Ball's up. Rolls around the rim and rocks out. Number 14, Kaylin Hubbard coming in for Bremen. Redding having a seat. Number 30, Sadie Rotten. Number 21, August Betts coming in for Model. Second shot is up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and the ref says it stays with Bremen. Another ref's coming over talking about Boo Bird's coming out on behalf of the Model Blue Devils. I thought that went out on Bremen also.
I thought so too.
And it did. So overturn call, it'll be Model's ball. Bremen's going to be showing pressure. 2:52 left to go in the ball game. Model up by 2. Gets the ball into Betts. Over to Rotten in the middle. Rotten puts it on the floor. Over to Betts. Betts going to dribble across half court. Gives the ball back to Rotten. Rotten over to Samples on the right wing side. Here comes the trap. She goes through, passes the ball over to Sanders. So trap coming again. Sanders flings the ball over to Woods on the right wing side. Bremen's all over the floor right now, Grayson. There.
Model cannot get open.
And then there it is, and bang. No foul. Late whistle by the official as Javia Samples gets a wide open layup, and number 12, Marley Derringer, comes out of nowhere and clobbers her.
Well, to Bremen crowd obviously did not like that. You could probably hear the boos from when you're listening. I mean, my goodness.
It was a little late. I mean, so Samples at the charity stripe going through her routine. Ball's up. Nothing but net.
I feel like with those calls, though, most of the time the refs are going to call it a foul just because naturally some players are not going to have the ability to recover that fast, so it looks like a foul from down there.
Samples with the ball. Up again. Up. She stepped on the stripe. Lane violation. And this ball didn't go in anyway.
This happened last.
So Models up by 3. That was some big free throws.
I think that happened last game against Temple. She had stepped over the line just a few times on her free throws.
Bremen working the ball around the perimeter on the left wing side. Back at the top of the key in the hands of Annabelle Langley. Langley surveying the field. 2 minutes left to go in regulation. Model up by 3. Ball goes wild. Bremen recovers. Bremen calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here. We got 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock. 36-33.
And for Bremen, when you called the timeout, there's been 15 seconds left on the shot clock. So both teams have been able to take this ball down to almost around, I'd say, the 5-second mark. So Model's probably going to come out playing some really tenacious defense, really high on-ball pressure, and try to force a bad shot on Bremen's end. And if you're Bremen, you got to get open. That's the name of the game on these inbounds passes, and maybe even get inside and draw a foul. Model has 4 fouls, and that's something to keep an eye on once you get down to the stretch of the game, is getting players on the other team to foul, being able to draw those fouls and get to the charity strike, because Model is really close, 1 or 2 fouls away from the bonus.
That's right, Grayson. Bremen inbound the ball. Possession arrow in favor of Model right now. Just something to keep in mind. Bremen gets the ball inbounds. Number 14, Hubbard. Back over the right wing side. August Betts with the block. Sasha Wood tried to grab the ball. Slips out of her hands. Bremen basketball. Caitlin Hubbard inbounding the ball. Gets it in on the left wing side. Up. Number 4, Annabelle Langley tries to drive in, stops a little too quick and drags that pivot foot. 1:49 left to go in the ball game. Models up by 3. Ralton gets it into Samples. Bremen showing some tremendous pressure. Woods back to Ralton. Ralton shotguns over and turns the ball over to number 12, Derringer. She gets on the left wing side. Models going after the ball quick. Number 4 puts up a 3. Langley misses everything. Bremen saves the ball. Back at the top of the key. Over to Derringer on the right wing side. A lot of contact. Looks like a foul is going to be called on number 14, Model, for being a little too physical in the low post.
Looks like since Bremen would be in the bonus, it'll be 2 shots here for Bremen. And one thing now that helps over the past 3 years, we've had a shot clock. If this was, a few years ago, Bremen would have had to foul numerous times in order to get the ball back. But now
Underwood puts up her first shot and drills it. 2-point ball game. Underwood going through her routine on her second shot. 1:22 left in the ball game. Second shot is good. 1-point ball game. Model gets the ball into Wood. She dribbles up the sideline, breaks the pressure readily. Gets it over the left wing side, gives it up to Cam Sanders, top of the key. Sanders getting 3 people on the ball at the top of the key. Pressure is tremendous. Got a whistle. It looks like we got a foul. Foul's on number 20, Savannah Langley for Bremen.
And if you're Bremen, you still have 2 fouls to give, but it's going to reset the shot clock, so it's going to be crucial.
1:07 left to go. Model up by 1. Gets the ball into Woods. Here comes Bremen. Wide open on the defense. Got another foul called on number 35. That will be Shelby Underwood. 1:02 on the clock. Model up by 1. 36-35. Bremen in the bonus. Sanders inbounds the ball to Woods. Here comes Bremen wide open. Back to Sanders. She shoots the ball over to Samples on the right wing side. Samples picks her dribble up. Nobody there. Gives the ball up and turns it over.
That was a very, very untimely turnover there from Model, and now Bremen has an opportunity to take the
lead. So Rawton has a seat. Looks like Coach Eccles is going to call a timeout. 51 seconds left to go in the ball game. Model's up by 1. Bremen inbounding the ball. Possession arrow still in favor of Model. Bremen's in the bonus. Stay tuned after this one, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the boys game. Model Blue Devils taking on the Darlington Tigers in a crosstown rivalry rematch 90 minutes from the town.
It's a travesty. That's a semifinal matchup.
All right. Bremen inbounds the ball. Models drop back in their 2-3 zone. Hubbard with the ball at top of the key, feeds it down low, kick back out to Hubbard, over to the right wing side to Langley. Langley tries to get down low, ball not free, recovered by Bremen over on the right wing side. Model doing real good shifting, 15 on the shot clock. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Model's basketball. 27.9 seconds left, shot clock turned off. Substitution coming in, Sadie Rawton coming in, Eva Pointer having a seat. Model's up by 1 point. 27.9 seconds on the clock. Bremen showing tremendous pressure. Samples with the ball, gets it across half court, gives it over to Sasha Woods. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds. Sasha gets fouled.
You should have fouled most likely immediately whenever the ball gets in play to save more time. Instead, Model's able to burn some clock and take 10 seconds off the play clock.
I didn't see who that foul was on. Sasha's at the free throw line, going through her routine. Puts the ball up and gets the lid off the basket. So she made the first one, 2-point ball game. Rawton has a seat. Pointer coming back in. 17.4 seconds on the clock. Woods going through her free throw routine. Shot up and nails it. 3-point ball game, 17 seconds left. Bremen with the ball. Model showing us a little bit of pressure. And there's a steal. Model comes up with the ball. Woods on a run out, taking it to the rack and gets fouled by number 12, Marlon Derringer. 6.5 seconds on the clock. And Sasha Woods is going back to the charity stripe. 3-point ball game, Model still leading. There's a whistle. So Woods gives the ball back to the referee.
Timeout Bremen, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. We're not going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here for just a little while. This is some good stuff. Looks like it's a full timeout.
Oh, 30 seconds.
30-second timeout.
That
3-point ball game.
And now you look at it, Sasha Wood now has an opportunity to ice the game because most likely 6 seconds getting the ball up and down the floor. I mean,
at the way they've been playing defense, I'd say yes. If she could make this a 2-possession game, I might be able to breathe easier.
And even with 4, you still have to shoot a free throw, or you still have to shoot a 3. So just try not to be physical whenever they get that 3-pointer up, even if you miss 1, and most likely you ice the ball game. The only time I've ever seen a 6-second game whenever a team comes back, we haven't seen that since Tracy McGrady. And then another thing is Houston and Kansas, and we're both big college basketball fans, scored 6 points in 5 seconds. But most likely you're just not going to be able to get that done here in this game.
6.5 on the clock. Woods going through her routine. 3-point ball game. Ball's up, and she drills it. 4-point ball game, 2-possession game. 39-35. Sasha's going through her routine. Ball's up, hard off the back of the iron. Derringer with the ball. Gives the ball up, 4-3. Number 14 shoots a 3 hard off the top of the backboard. Ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 39-35 in favor of the model Lady Blue Devils. So model will be going into the championship game on Saturday. We're going to take a quick break, come up with some scores, or come up with the scorebooks, see how many points everybody scored, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Real quick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a ball game. Model Lady Devils defeating the Bremen Lady Devils by 4 points, 39-35. Grayson is finishing up, adding up his scorebook.
Man, oh man, that was an insane game. Just so much momentum shifts throughout the end of the game. And let's go over some scoring. First, we'll start with the Bremen Lady Devils. They were led by Annabelle Langley with 11 points. And then next leading scorer would be Marley Daringer with 10 points. Next leading scorer, CC Redding with 6. And Kaylin Hubbard and AC Arp would have 3 each. 2 points from Shelby Underwood and 1 point from Savannah Langley. And one thing to keep an eye on is the fact that power rankings are now in effect. So it's no longer 1 through 4 seeds. It's where you're ranked at in the state. So that'll be interesting to see Bremen's fate in the mercy of the numbers whenever we get down here. And then we'll take a look at how the scoring was distributed here for model. It'll be 9 points from Javia Samples, 10 points from Eva Pointer, 7 points from Sasha Wood. It looks like 8 points for Cam Sanders, 2 points from August Betts, 4 from Jada Wells, and that is how the scoring went there for the model Lady Devils. They get it done, and they will advance to the region championship Saturday. Winner of the next game of the girls to be announced. It'll be between Heard County and looks like it. Heard County
and Temple.
Yeah, it would be Heard County and Temple. And should be
a good one. Thank you, Grayson. We got our boys warming up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd ask that you go and do that. You know, the more folks we get on here, the more motivation we get, the more people we can get to help sponsor so we can come do things like this. Stick around. We're going to take this off the air right now, and then we're going to bring back up the boys' game in just a few minutes.
Blockbuster.
To watch the model Blue Devils take on the Darlington Tigers in a bout of heavyweights. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to sign off right now and come right back on the boys' game. Thank you.